Hey folks, welcome to Random Questions once again on Lifes-a-Bluff. We are here with a legend of the game, and definitely a legend in terms of Los Angeles poker, Freddy Deeb.
Thank you.
Now Freddie, you've had many things over your career, great finishes, just big tournament wins, big cash games, people all over the place. What's your favorite poker memory of all time now?
There's a lot of them, man. Anytime you win, it's like there's not much difference, you know. I mean, there's favorites, you know, where you win big tournaments, big money, like the World Poker Tour in Aruba, the horse tournament, at the World Series last year. Sometimes real big cash games, you know.
Yeah, actually.
But the only good thing about the tournaments, there is no bad memories. But the cash games have some bad memories to them.
Oh, jeez.
I've had some big losses also, you know.
True enough. Now, you used to hit the road a lot. You and Barry Greenstein played together a ton.
Yeah, we've been playing together for a long time. We've been playing together since the legalized Hold'em started in California, since about 1986.
Wow. What was what's the biggest thing? I mean, it's a long time period here, over 20 years, but what's the biggest change between, say, the first 5 years and the last 5 years of poker in LA?
Really, there is not much change. Poker is poker. Just more players right now, which, you know, and there has been a boom a couple of times, and steady, you know, a few times. But poker is poker. There is no change. I mean, some change. I mean, I'm talking in the game, but
right.
But in the game itself, there is no change. But the atmosphere of the poker game has changed from a tournament-wise. You know, everybody's playing tournaments, not as much cash games like before.
Right.
You can say that's some kind of a change there, you know.
Now, I've heard your opinion is that there's just far too many big tournaments nowadays.
Yeah, there is. I mean, in a way it's good, and in a way it's bad. It's good because every one of them is $1 million first prize. If you get lucky and hit one, that's nice.
Yeah. But
if you go on a bad run, you know, which is it's too much luck anyway involved, you know, the luck factor is big. So if you go bad and not win one for a long time, it could get costly and tiring, you know, traveling here and there.
Yeah, sink a few $100 grand.
I mean, if they were only within 1 hour flight, would have been all right. But sometimes you fly 5-6 hours, go broke and fly back, you know. Pick up 2 kings against 2 aces.
Yeah, it
happens, you know.
Yeah. So how often have you been in the situation where you've taken a flight of over 6 hours and it was just death?
A lot of times. But I try not to just fly for that tournament. I try to do other things.
Yeah. What's been your favorite place you've played poker for reasons other than the poker?
Aviation Club in Paris.
Right.
Because they had great poker games, great tournament, great food. It's right in the middle of the city. You can go out shopping. You can go out. You know, there's a lot of things to do.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's
my favorite spot.
That's beautiful stuff. Now, if you weren't playing poker, now you've been a poker player for, well, at least the 22 years, but probably more. If you weren't playing poker, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't, I'd probably be a mechanical engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer.
Right.
But like I said, that's why I got involved in playing poker, because I went broke, never finished my degree, and never, you know, went back to school.
Well, perfect good deal. If you had to be stranded in the wilderness, and now you're going to see why we call these random questions pretty soon. If you had to be stranded in the wilderness, away from poker, away from the internet, away from anything like that, where would you choose to be stranded?
Probably on an island where the weather is warm. I would say Aruba.
Not so bad. Favorite swear word?
I don't have a favorite swear word. Sometimes it comes out of my mouth. I use the F word, but I really don't mean to. It's just bad. I don't have a favorite. I mean, my favorite is, I don't know. I don't have a favorite.
I don't
like swearing.
That's good enough. Now, what do you think is the average mental stability level of your professional tournament poker player?
The average mental stability?
Mental stability.
Well, you know, I don't know exactly what you mean by the question, but I think I have an idea. I mean, I'm crazy enough, but I'm just saying I'm very crazy because I've taken chances in real big games where I didn't have the money to do it.
Yeah.
But I thought I can make real big money, and I did it many times, and I was successful a lot of times. That's how crazy I am.
Right.
If I walk in and I get 50,000 in my pocket, and the biggest game is 50,000 buy-in minimum, and I think there's more potential to make big money in that 50,000 buy-in game, instead of sitting down and playing 3 and 600, or 2 and 400, or 4 and 800, I'll just go buy the 50,000 in the big game. If I go broke in one hand, I don't care.
That's a way to look at it. That's nice. So you're a proponent of taking shots when you think you have an
I do
advantage.
take shots. I do take a lot of shots.
All right. What do you think, what mental state do you have to be in to be perfect to play?
You gotta have a good sleep, good meal, happy,
Right.
feeling good. The wife or the girlfriend made you happy that day.
Ah, there we go.
You know, you gotta be under no stress. Everything has to be smooth.
And then it'll come together if it's going to come together.
And that's what I always say. It's always about doing the right thing.
That's not bad.
You know,
I like it.
and that's part of doing the right thing. If all those things are on your side, this means you've done the right thing today. So you might as well go play. I mean, you're gonna be feeling good for sure. So
So
it's
you
the best time
believe
to play poker.
you believe success in the game comes 80% before the game
No,
starts, or
no,
what,
no,
what
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
percent?
Success in the game is 100% depends on how you do it. I've said this before. You could be the best poker player in the whole world and don't do things right, you'll never make any money. You can be an okay player and do things right, and you'll make a lot of money. I don't care who you are. You could be Dol Branson or Howard Lederer, and you play when you're tired and you don't manage. You play when you're drinking. You play when you're mad. You're never gonna make money. I don't care. You could be one of those players. You could be anybody.
That's
You know.
great advice.
And you could be somebody off the street that just read a book or two
Yeah.
and do all the right things. They'll make good money.
Mop up the right game. It's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Tell me something. What's under your bed?
What's under my bed?
What's under your bed?
In which house? I got few
Your
houses.
favorite house. Which is your favorite house of the ones
No,
you have?
all of them. I mean, I just moved here actually. I just moved to Newport.
Oh.
I mean, what's under my bed is under my bed is nothing. It's just
Dust bunnies? Dust bunnies. You know,
no. Under my bed is just like what's under my bed. Under my bed is a kitchen.
Go to the kitchen. That works.
Under my bedroom there is a kitchen.
Yeah. Now, people have written a ton of stuff about you. Things have gone all over the place, and this is the reason I don't delve too deeply in your poker strategy or anything of that nature, because hey, that's been out there. But what I want to know is, what is the most notable thing about Freddy Deeb, the person, that people just don't know? Maybe even your close friends.
I doubt if there's anything that anybody doesn't know about me.
But generally, people don't.
Generally, people know everything about me.
Yeah.
And there's nothing at all, I don't think. There's nothing that people don't know about me. I don't think so.
What pisses you off in this world?
What pisses me off? The most that pisses me off is people that are miserable and are not nice, and they try to take it out on other people.
I agree with you. People who abuse like dealers or just
It doesn't
in
have to be
general in the world.
dealers. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it could be. You could be on a flight,
Right.
and maybe the stewardess is not nice, or the person next to you, you try to say hi or maybe carry a conversation, and they don't know how to be nice back to you. Say, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep. They act like idiots or something. Or you could be traveling with your baby and your baby's crying,
Yeah.
and somebody on the next seat acting like a fucking. Here, I'm using the fucking word
That's
again.
fine. We're not.
No, I'm
PG,
just saying,
so you can go
acting
for it.
like a fucking moron. It's like they were never a baby before.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be in this business. I'm not just talking about poker here.
In general,
In general, you know what I mean?
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
When was the last time you actually sang to yourself?
When?
Yeah.
Man, I think I sang in the shower last week.
There you go. All right. How was the last time you sang to someone else?
Last Friday for my wife.
Oh. Have you ever walked out of a movie?
Did I ever walk out of the
Just
movie?
Walk out of a movie.
Lately, I've been to the movies a lot of times with my kids. That's the only time. I've never been to the movie by myself. And I wanted to walk out, but just for the kids. I just sat there and went to sleep.
That's a good dad. What is your proudest moment as a father?
The proudest moment as a father?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I got good kids, but I would say when Janine, my daughter, she was awarded the best athlete of the year at her school,
Right.
at University of Colorado Boulder.
Good programs there. That
Yeah,
must
yeah.
have been something.
Yeah, that was the best.
Oh, that's beautiful. If you're guaranteed honest answers to 3 questions, who would you ask, and what would those questions be?
Barry Greenstein.
Barry Greenstein. All right. And what 3 questions would you ask Barry?
What would you ask him?
Yeah. You're gonna get 3. You're guaranteed 3 honest answers.
Well, I don't care what you ask him. He's gonna. It doesn't matter what you pick. He's gonna answer honestly.
Okay.
So I mean, it doesn't matter what it is.
There's not 3 things you want to ask him?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what are they. I mean, I can think of a lot of things to ask him. Probably. I mean, I don't have. I mean, actually, I don't have a lot of things to ask him because if I did, I would have already asked him.
That's fair enough.
So, but I'm saying he's one person.
Oh, he's the person you would ask.
He's the person that.
I'm giving you 3 questions to ask any one person.
So if you pick the questions, I say Barry Greenstein would be the guy
To ask on anything.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Going back the other way, what do you think's the biggest disappointment in your life has been?
The biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
Is I'm from Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Palestinian originally. I grew up in the refugee camps.
Right.
And my biggest disappointment has been the wars all over the world and all the fighting between the Palestinians and the Israelis,
Now,
and all the honest people that die.
Yeah.
And I don't like war. I just like, nobody ever gains anything by it. It doesn't matter who loses or wins, eventually nobody wins.
Right.
It's all a big loss on every side.
Now,
And that's the biggest disappointment that I look at in the human life. That as smart as, we are right now with the big technology and everything, that they are still fighting and killing each other the way they do.
Now, I've been to both Israel and Palestine, seen both sides.
Have
It's
you?
kind of it's a really interesting trip. I'll
Wow.
tell you about it when we're done at this point. But
Yeah.
my question to you is, what do you think the solution is? Is there a solution? And if it had to be drastic, what do you think it would be?
There is always a solution. If there is a will, there is a way. That's how I believe. I don't care what the problem is, whether it's politics or not politics. If there is a will, there is a way. But the problem is, you need the right people to have the right mind, or you need the right people that have the right mind to figure out the problem and solve it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you have a math problem. You could just give it to somebody that's not experienced enough in math. They will never solve it. And here we have people that are dealing in politics and trying to handle people's affairs that have no experience whatsoever in life and people's affairs and problems of these people that they are trying to handle. So they will never handle it. I mean, they will never be able to solve it because they don't feel what these people are feeling.
So you need to let the people who are there and dealing with it resolve
You need,
it.
like I said, you need somebody that knows exactly what the problem is to be able to handle it and deal with it. It's like a math problem.
Right. I think that's absolutely right.
If you don't know the formula, you will never be able to solve it. And that's the same thing. You gotta, when you have a problem, whether it's political, real life, girlfriend, wife problem, even friend. It doesn't have to be a girlfriend or a wife. Even your friend.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know exactly what their problem is and what's making them mad, and you have respect for them, and you have respect for them, and they have respect for you, but you just try to push them around and they push you around, it's just not going to work.
It's not going to work. So your secret for making things work is what?
Is to love people and give up an inch if you have to from your side. Hopefully they'll give up an inch and show goodwill and good gesture, and I think things work out.
That's nice.
It's just like when somebody's being a fucking idiot on the poker game.
Yeah.
And then they rag around and then you just, you ignore them. And then they eventually feel bad,
They
and they come around and say, I'm sorry,
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of other things, but
It's a little bit.
But anyway, that's my biggest disappointment.
Right. What's in your pocket?
What's in my pocket?
What's in your pocket?
My driver license, my money, my credit card.
Good deal. What's the biggest faux pas you've ever committed on a date?
What's a faux pas?
Faux pas is just like a social mistake. Or what's the weirdest thing you've ever done on a date?
Weirdest thing, man. I don't know. The one thing about me, I'm very blunt, but also I'm very realistic.
Right.
So I don't think there is anything stupid I ever done on a date.
Fair enough.
Because I'm a very realistic guy.
That's
So when I'm very realistic, I don't get out of line too much. I'm straightforward.
That's a perfectly good way to go. What's the strangest place you've woken up, and how did you get there?
The strangest place I've woken up, and how did I get there?
Yeah. I don't remember is a perfectly good answer.
I'm trying to think if I ever... I've never lost my memory to where I've been to that point. I've never been to that point. So I've never experienced anything like that.
That's good enough.
Well,
what's Freddy Deeb's drink of choice?
Remy XO Cognac.
Ah, very nice. Now, straight in the snifter, or?
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, beautiful thing. What do you do when someone sneezes?
Actually, that happened today, and I was really surprised. A poker player, a really known name too. He fucking sneezed. He didn't even try to put his hand on his mouth. He just like turned around, and we're all on the table. A real big sneeze. He did it twice. It was embarrassing. I was surprised he didn't fucking get up and get a napkin or something.
Just a huge blow right there.
It was embarrassing. Twice he did it.
So you didn't. So at this point, there was no saying bless you or anything. It was just like, dude,
fuck no.
Really?
I'm looking at him like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was embarrassing. I swear.
It's a little bit tough. You got to be careful.
But of course, I've never had the respect for this guy. From before, I knew he's just like a total moron anyway. So I was not surprised.
Well, that kind of covers over on that.
But I'm not gonna mention his name.
Now, speaking, card rooms are kind of nasty sometimes. What's the nastiest thing you've ever seen in a card room over the years?
I've never seen. I've just seen some dirty ones, but never.
Somebody do something like that.
No, I've never seen anything nasty. Just poker game. I've been in a poker game. Nothing nasty.
No?
I've never seen anything.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak Arabic, English, and I understand a little bit French. I know a few words.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a special section that I like to do, which is called Learning a Language with a Poker Pro. Would you like to do Learn Arabic with Freddy Deeb?
Would I teach Arabic, you mean?
What I'm going to give you. What I'm going to do is give you some phrases in English.
Yeah.
That hopefully you can translate to Arabic for us. Now, we've done this with Italian. We've done it with Spanish. We've even done it with Norwegian and Vietnamese.
I'm sure I could. But, there's a lot of times, especially about the Arabic language, is so deep and so heavy.
A lot of subtlety.
It has too much meaning in it, to where when you translate things, they might mean a lot different.
Sorry, well, here, we'll do it like this. I'll give you a phrase.
Oh, you're talking about right now?
Right now.
Oh.
We'll do it like this. I'll give you a phrase. You give me the closest approximation to Arabic. And if you say, hey, there's really a better way to say this, you can tell me that. And probably the better way to go. So, good game.
So, what do you mean to say?
Just say it in Arabic.
Oh, say it in Arabic?
Yeah, good game.
لعبة حلوة.
All right. Raise.
I don't even know that in Arabic. No. Because ارفع. Because I've never used the terms in Arabic. I always use them in English.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice hand.
إيد حلوة.
I fold.
أنا برا.
I have the nuts.
عندي أحسن إيد.
What a donkey.
شو إنك حمار. Why
So what's so funny about that? Okay, yeah.
No, because the way it translates, when you say what a donkey,
yeah.
In Arabic you don't say what a donkey. You say to the guy, oh, what a donkey you are.
Right.
So when you said to me what a donkey, I'm saying what a donkey you are. That's why I'm laughing.
Well, you're probably right. Is the sad thing. That's
no,
how
you know
it
what I'm
goes.
saying?
Yeah. Oh no, I got you. That's poker.
هيدا poker.
Cash me out.
أنا ماشي بطلت.
So how do you play this game anyway?
كيف بتلعب هذه اللعبة؟
All right. You've played this before, right?
لعبت هذه من قبل.
All right. Sorry to leave with all your money, but I have to go home to my beautiful wife.
متأسف إني ماشي بمصاريكو بس بدي أروح على البيت عند مرتي.
Have you ever used that
الحلوة.
phrase? Have you ever used that phrase?
In English, not in Arabic, yeah.
Ah, there we go. I'm all in.
I don't even know how to say that. I'm all in Arabic. Sold, I guess they say sold because they use the word sold in Arabic.
Ah, and
You
that
know?
translates to...
Yeah. Sold like it's a French word.
Oh,
You know,
right.
sold like all in. Yeah.
That works. If I played like that and got that lucky, I'd be grinning like an idiot too.
This is a really hard one. If I played like that, إذا بلعب هيك
And I got that lucky,
وشنست
I'd be grinning like an idiot too.
بضحك بعبي.
So the whole thing together would be
لو بلعب هيك مش منيح وبشنس بضحك بعبي.
very good stuff. And the most important thing that I think you can say, life's a bluff.
Life is a bluff?
It's the name of the site.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to say. I don't even know how. I mean, the word bluff in Arabic is like.
Is it bluff, the French conversation?
الحياة سرقة أفتكر. Yeah, الحياة سرقة.
All right.
You see, here's the thing. That's why I got confused with the word bluff. Here, let me explain something to you.
Okay.
Okay. Really, what the word bluff is, like when you try to bluff somebody, is like you're stealing from him.
Ah,
So there is no exact word bluff in Arabic. There is a word steal.
life is a friendly kind of steal in
Yeah,
the game.
so
That's
life is a steal. You see what I'm saying?
There you
So
go.
I had to like say الحياة سرقة. عرفت علي كيف? You understand what I'm saying?
I don't understand Arabic,
No,
but I get what
you
you're
see
saying.
you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
The
absolutely.
word bluff doesn't exist, so it's the steal. So
Right.
it's like stealing.
Life's a steal. Is that
Yeah.
is
So
life?
that term bluff doesn't exist in Arabic.
Do you agree with the phrase "life's a bluff"?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good stuff. All right, Freddy Deeb, you've been a great interview. You've given us loads of knowledge about the world and everything else.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Have a good night.